Hello, this is Sarah, the Awareness Mentor, and I'm still finishing the boundaries. The last three that I had were time and material. So time, people respecting our time in working situations, not allowing work to be piled up on you and that you can't manage. So having the courage to speak up and say, that's too much, I can't cope with this amount of work, might need some help from somebody else, or I can do it later, not piling things on top of us, of other people as well, family members or other people who are always asking, can you do this for me, can you do that for me, when they're just saving their own time often. It's okay, like we said before, to be in service of people, but when you're balanced and you are looking after your own needs as well. Material things, possessions, properties, people, your little objects, if you've got things that are dear to you, lending and even stealing, and, being able to speak up, ask for it back. Ask where it is, not just keeping quiet and keeping the peace and being the people pleaser as usual, sticking up for yourself and respecting your things, and also making it clear to other people the respect that you want. So it's all about, these confines. And then we have spiritual. So that's about respecting other people's beliefs, and that people also respect yours, that you're not scared to go by your beliefs and your values, listening to your inner voice, your intuition, and following it. I know I've done it in the past, like my little voice is saying no, 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 screaming no at me, and I've chosen to ignore it, knowing full well what the consequences are going to be. So, have this respect for yourself and what your inner voice is telling you, and respecting other people's beliefs, being open to them, open to understand and listen to them. So we can have, as a mutual, in relationships and anything else, we need to have accountability, safety. It's like respecting people's safety, being accountable, accepting responsibility and doing what you say you're going to do, being honest, always speaking all from that honest place within you, which often people pleasers may not do because they don't want to be honest, because they're frightened maybe of a reaction, or so it's keeping to that honesty. We tend to keep quiet, not that we're dishonest, but we tend to keep quiet and not speak up a lot. Support, mutual support between two parties, support with work, support with things, with a relationship, but again, with a lot of understanding of where boundaries are, what we can do, what we can't do, what we can cope with. It's just about knowing ourselves, basically. Cooperation and trust. So having that trust, trusting that people are always going to have good intentions and do their best, but obviously being careful that they don't take advantage of you and that you don't take advantage of them. So these are your boundaries. Saying no, knowing how to say no, asking for your space and your time, respecting your own time, asking for help when you need it, delegating to others to do things and not taking it all on for yourself, so that you get, worn out and burnt out. So being very protective of your time and the time that you need to recuperate, to rest. It's really important. We tend, especially when we do very hard-working jobs, we only have very little time left to ourselves, and then there's other people trying to take that time off us. Be very, very protective of your time, because it's the time that you need to recuperate and rest. So we can also say yes when we're coming from that place of balance. Speaking up, honouring people's values, honouring your own values, and dropping the guilt, because the guilt absolutely serves us no purpose whatsoever. We have nothing to be guilty of. Even if we do make mistakes, you know, we all make mistakes, human nature, and we can all get over it. We learn by our mistakes. And so it really doesn't matter. So I hope that you're considering these boundaries, that you're implementing these boundaries and starting to think where you can put them into your life, where they're needed, observing who's trying to take too much from you or who are you allowing to take too much from you, and where can you start getting a little bit of your own time back, bringing yourself into balance and understanding where the boundaries are for your own good. So I'm Sarah. Please subscribe to my channel, and you'll see me on saralifecoach.org, where there is a nice growth hub, and we are all growing together, we're all learning together, and I'd like to see you there. Thank you.